Hi everyone, and welcome back to another weekend episode of Cooking with Mary Sue. Before we begin today, please hit that like and subscribe and share down at the bottom. I'd like to remind you now because by the end of the show, I usually forget all about it. And there'll be a link there to my book here I wrote last year, Awesome Adventures of Miss Kitty and Her Woodland Friends. If you go to the link below that's to the book website called animalsliftOurSpirits.com, that little website will tell you about the book, it'll tell you about me, and there'll be a little link button that takes you right to Amazon. This is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, and eBay, also eBay. And there'll be a link down there to my eBay store and to the other channels. Now let's get started. It's another hot day, another hot week. I wanted something really cool today, fun, fast, easy. And I thought of something I haven't had in a few years. When we used to go to the Mid-South Fair up in Memphis all the time, I used to go at least once a year. Every year I go for a long time. The first thing I would do, I got this fair, I walk all around until I could find a booth that sold the Dole whipped ice cream. I used to love the Dole pineapple whip. And you can also find it at Disney World. They're pretty famous for selling it there. I've never had it at Disney World. I probably never will go to Disney World, not at this stage of the game. But there's one other place I had it though. It's probably the best place in the world to get the Dole pineapple whip. And that's at the Dole Plantation in Hawaii on Oahu. Yep, that's right. We went to Hawaii about 6 years ago. It was a delayed honeymoon. We'd gotten married the year before. We finally got a chance to go to Hawaii. We went and stayed on Maui all week. But we took a one-day trip over to Oahu. And that's where the Dole Plantation is. And of course they serve the original, authentic Dole pineapple whip. See, I am using Dole pineapple chunks right here. Now if you want to, you don't really have to use this brand to make this recipe. I'm just using it today because it's the name of my recipe, Dole. So I thought, well, might as well use Dole. But you can use this any brand, doesn't matter. I'm using the whole can, which is 2 cups of chunks right here, chunks. The juice in here was just enough for the recipe. The juice calls for 4 ounces. So once I took the chunks out, there was 4 ounces left in the can. And I'm using 1 cup of creamy vanilla ice cream. Now, if you're different, you don't like vanilla, that's all right. Use some other flavor. You don't have to use vanilla ice cream in this. If you want to use strawberry or caramel or lemon, chocolate, anything, go ahead. Be my guest. It's your pineapple whip. Make it with whatever you want. Now, for a little excitement, if you wanted to make it just a teensy-weensy bit different and experiment like I do sometimes, you could add in a tablespoon of lime juice. It'd be a pineapple and lime a little bit. And you can even try other flavors of fruit if you wanted to. I keep on hand for different recipes all these little bottles of 100% extracts, fruit extracts. Like this one's banana. I have an orange, strawberry, lemon, coconut, and if you want a nutty flavor, here's an almond. These are great to keep on hand for recipes. I do keep them on hand all the time. And it wouldn't take much, maybe a couple of teaspoons of this in this would be fine. After I put this in the blender, then I'm going to put it in a container, put it in the freezer for about a half hour, let it get more chilled, and then we can serve it. Now we can serve it just in a dish if you wanted to, just eat it in a dish. But I'm going to put it in a piping bag so I can serve it like soft serve, like they do at the fair. Okay, what did I say first? Okay, the ice cream. I measured out 1 cup there. It's 1 cup, give or take a spoonful, whatever. And it's got nice and soft. Okay. Here's the 2 cups of pineapple chunks. The 1/2 cup of juice. Like I said, I'm not going to add any other flavor to this, but you can if you want to. It won't hurt if you do. I'm going to do this on low for a while, then medium. I just want a good chance to use my new gadget here. I did go ahead and get a new blender. I haven't had a blender in several years, and I thought I could use one for some recipes. This blender has nice little programs on it. You can make smoothies with it. You can food chop, which that's great because that saves me from not having to buy a food processor now. I can use this to chop food if I want to. Make sure your lid is down so you don't have a gigantic mess all over the kitchen and clean up. Here we go. It's going to be noisy for a few seconds. That's on low. 20 seconds, twice at least. You may have to open it up and stir the pineapple if it gets stuck at the bottom a little bit. Okay, let's see how it feels at the moment. I'm glad I got some of these long, thin spatulas. Okay, I'm going to do it just to tease you it more. About another 10 seconds. It smells great though. If you love pineapple, you're going to love this. And if you don't love pineapple, use another fruit. Like I said, you can use oranges with this, strawberries, limes, kiwi. It's doing great, looking great. Now I'm going to put this in the freezer in just a little bit. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's just right. I don't feel any chunks of pineapple anymore. They're all mushed up in there. Okay. I'm going to freeze it a half hour and we'll see what it looks like in just a little bit. I'll see how creamy it looks while I pour it out. If you wanted to, you could use sugar-free or low sugar type of ice cream. If you gotta watch your sugar, you don't have to use the regular ice cream like I did. Doesn't that look great? Okay. Yep. Okay. So I'll put this in the freezer for about 30 minutes. Let it chill. Yeah, it's about ready now. It's been in the freezer for quite a while. See, I got a nice bowl that's nice and creamy. I'm using my piping bag to make some little swirls on top. Try to get it look like soft serve a little bit, best I can. It's looking great though. Whoa, look at that. There you go. As close as you can get, copycat to the Dole. This is the original Dole pineapple whip recipe that they use at Disney World, Disneyland. And it's like the one they use in OAHU, Hawaii at the Dole plantation. Now you could use either a spoon, use your spoon, or a straw if you make these into a float. If you want to make this into a float, just put a little dab of pineapple juice on the bottom, not much, just a little bit, and then put your ice cream on top of it. That is yummy. There we go. There you have it. Do it yourself. Disneyland Dole pineapple whip. And it tastes just like what you buy it over there. This was a lot cheaper to make than going to Disneyland, believe me. And cheaper than going back to Hawaii. I'm going to hurry up and enjoy my Dole pineapple whip for dessert. For supper, I may even have it before supper. Tastes great. I better eat it now before it melts. But it is delicious. There you go. If you make it a little bit healthier, like I said, use sugar-free ice cream or the low sugar type ice cream. It's wonderful. And you can make it in different flavors, like I said, add different flavors to it. But this is the original Dole pineapple whip. Bon appetit. See y'all later. God bless. Have a great week. Bye.